All right, let's dive into a really chilling ghost story from a place called Chandipur. It's one of those classic tales that kicks off with a simple, kind of relatable decision, taking a shortcut. But as we're about to find out, some shortcuts, well, they lead you to the darkest places imaginable. So let's break down how this story just masterfully builds suspense, one creepy moment at a time.
So many great horror stories start with a choice we've all thought about making. And right here, it's that temptation of a shortcut. This line, one shortcut, is sometimes the longest path. It's more than just a spooky saying. It's basically a promise that things are about to go very, very wrong. It's telling us that the easy way out is about to become a one-way ticket to terror.
Okay, so here's where our story kicks off. And like a lot of really good scary stories, it starts on a dark, lonely night. We're about to meet our main guy, and you're going to feel his desperation right away. But more than that, we're stepping into an atmosphere so thick with dread, you could almost cut it with a knife.
I want you to picture this. A train station, completely swallowed by the dead of night. The air is totally still, except for the sound of dogs crying somewhere way off in the distance. There's just one weak light bulb flickering, like it's about to give up and surrender to the dark. See, this isn't just a backdrop, right? This place feels alive, and it is not friendly.
And this is where we meet Sumit. Now, he's not some hero looking for a thrill. He's just a regular guy, stuck in a really tough spot. His job is on the line, and that's a fear that I think a lot of us can get behind. It's this simple, human problem that's going to push him to make a really, really bad decision. So in the middle of all this emptiness, Sumit finds one other person, a tea seller named Raju. But Raju isn't really there to offer any comfort. He's that classic character, the harbinger of doom, the one guy who knows the dark secrets of the area and is about to give a warning that our hero is, of course, totally going to ignore.
And what he says, man, it just sends a chill right down your spine. Whatever you see, don't stop. And whatever you do, don't look back. That's not just some friendly advice, it's a rule. And it immediately plants this seed of terror in your mind, because you're left wondering what could possibly be out there that's so awful you can't even look at it.
So, of course, what does he do? Against all logic, with that warning ringing in his ears, he plunges into the forest anyway. His desperation is just too strong. And now, the real horror is about to begin. Then, cutting through that thick fog, something appears. It's an auto rickshaw, but this thing is not a sign of hope. It looks more like a predator, with these blacked-out windows like dead eyes. It doesn't feel like a rescue. It feels like it's offering a one-way trip to nowhere good. Then the driver speaks, and his words are just dripping with this creepy double meaning. Listen to this. I'll drop you at a place from where you won't need to go anywhere else. Yeah, that's not a promise of convenience. That is a threat. So now you're in the auto, and the vibe is just completely off. Sumit glances up at the rearview mirror and, oh man, his blood just turns to ice. The driver isn't even watching the road. He's staring intensely at the little packet of medicine in Sumit's pocket. All of a sudden, this isn't just about getting a ride anymore.
And bam! This is it. The trap snaps shut. The auto lurches to a dead stop in the absolute middle of nowhere. And to make everything 1,000 times worse, Sumit looks out and sees another figure just standing there, waiting by the side of the road. A tall man who is clearly expecting them. There's no way out now.
Okay, the trap's been sprung. We've officially crossed the point of no return. All those little hints of something supernatural are about to become a full-blown scream. This is the moment Sumit was warned about, and believe me, it is so much worse than he could have ever imagined. So they basically dump him out and point him towards this house that looks like it was pulled straight from your worst nightmare. And then you get that classic horror movie moment. As if on cue, the door just groans open, all by itself. It's not an invitation, it's a summons from whatever darkness is waiting inside. And then this voice just kind of slithers out from the darkness inside, confirming all of Sumit's worst fears. People don't come here by their choice, but by ours. I mean, how do you even begin to escape a trap that was set for you before you even knew you were caught? And just like that, it is absolute chaos. These are not men anymore. They start phasing right through the solid wooden walls like they're made of smoke. Their faces twisting into these monster shapes. Before Sumit can even get a scream out, he's lifted off his feet, completely helpless, like a puppet in their supernatural grip. And right here, we finally understand why. We'll torture you, just like that policeman burned us. This isn't just random mindless evil.
It's a twisted, horrible kind of revenge. These are spirits trapped in this endless cycle of pain, and they've mistaken Sumit for their next target.
Okay, so this is it, right? It seems like it's all over for Sumit. All hope is completely gone. But then, the whole story just flips on its head. A totally new and unexpected force enters the fight, and the whole game changes.
Just when that darkness is about to totally swallow him up, boom! This brilliant blue light just explodes in the room, shattering the gloom. And a voice, filled with authority, roars, "Let him go!" This is basically a divine intervention moment, except the savior that appears out of nowhere happens to be wearing a uniform.
And what's so cool here is how this breaks down the two sides of this fight. On one side, you have Bola and Kalu, these predator spirits just fueled by pure vengeance and an evil hunger. But on the other, Inspector Datta, a guardian spirit driven by an undying sense of justice and duty. This is way more than just a ghost fight. It's an eternal battle between chaos and order, even after death.
And the battle, well, it's not even a fight. It's over in a flash. Inspector Datta just unleashes these waves of pure energy from his hands, and the evil spirits are just gone, annihilated. It seems that in this forest, the law is absolute, even in the afterlife.
So the immediate danger is over, but we're all left wondering, what on earth just happened? Well, this is where it all gets tied together. This is where we finally learn the secret of Chandipur.
The next thing Sumit knows, he wakes up. It's morning, and he's back on the bench at the tea stall, the whole nightmare feeling like a distant dream. And that's when Raju, the tea seller, tells him the legend of the forest. It's a whole story of murder, revenge, and a police inspector whose dedication to his duty was so incredibly strong, not even death could make him stop.
So Sumit, who is definitely more than ready to get the heck out of there, starts running for the station. And as he's leaving, he sees one last thing. It's a faint figure in the mist, the silhouette of a man in uniform, who raises a hand and gives him one final salute before just vanishing. It's this silent, powerful moment of acknowledgement between the protector and the person he saved.
And that leaves us with this really powerful question, doesn't it? The story of Chandipur is all about a sense of duty so profound that it literally transcends the grave. It really makes you wonder, is the drive for justice truly eternal? Can it echo on long after we're gone?